we go, nice and shiny bolts back. Again, if you see a little spatticle you really get annoyed by, which I'm not, this one's okay. You can always go back with a, you know, that CRC properly, just wipes it off cleanly, no problem. Even with this stuff here. In fact, if you wanted to, we can try it out because this solid rubber plastic black. So if you get annoyed by it like I do, if you see that, just get some, not this guy, he never even pumped. This guy right here. You spray it directly on there or whatever. Say there's a little gunk here, spray there. You can see before your very eyes, sort of. Well, that one's pretty solid on there. But yep. I'm not really scrubbing it too hard here. No, I am. Alright, so maybe on plastic it's a little bit more stained because it has so much more open pore. So it might actually not come off. Which is fine. Not a big deal. It's black on black for the most part. Yeah, maybe this is the funnel we needed. It's a cleaner funnel too, by the way. Now the cap is too big. Too big around. Okay, so here we go. We're getting to put the C-clamp now. Are you guys excited as I am? I am. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We want to stretch it out first. Stretch it out. Make sure this is dry. Yeah, it's dry. When we clamp it, there we go. A little of that cushion there. So how do we want to do is we want to rearrange it where this guy, thank goodness there's no adhesive on this end. So she was right. I was wrong. Question that. Okay. Let's go and open this up again. We want it wide mouth because we need to really know where to clamp it and how we're going to clamp it. Now that we have it open, it's easier to clamp. Do you remember the direction it was going? We're going to be putting it this way, and we're going to put our bolt through this way. But we got to get this through it first somehow. So we can go upside down, we can come around back. Tipsy-turvy, huh? We might want to bring the C midsection so when it closes it, it bites down perfectly on the teeth mark. I mean, it bites down because we can't go the opposite direction or else it'll get hooked maybe. Okay. Getting got an idea. I'm going to go and start squeezing a little bit. Oh, yes. Good. This foam actually allows you to squeeze as much as you can and still hold this, be able to get through it because I got to squeeze it enough where it actually holds its shape. So it's a good thing. Alright, so we got to make sure this guy, see this right here is too far. I believe it's supposed to be right here. If I remember it, where it needs to land. So we need to move this guy over. Now he's clamped so much he's not going to allow us to move over that easy. So we got to peel him off. Kind of scoot him a little bit without breaking his integrity there. There we go. We want to make sure we get him. See, that's why it's hard to do without the cover off. Okay, I want to make sure when I close it, he's in the center where it's supposed to be closing. I think he's not there yet. So I need to move him just a little bit more to the right. Which is good, that's why it's not, you don't want it to close too easily or else you have the same problem of looseness. Okay, he's almost there. There we go. So this one's probably ready to be tightened down, I believe. I think all the aluminum's in him, or not in him, we'll see. Yeah, we want to make sure that all the aluminum part is within him. So I think this is where we want it to rest, so it's gotta rest like that. So let's do the same thing for this guy here. So there, make sure the aluminum is out. Very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this guy around. And now let's kind of get an idea of how far. Looks like about 2 centimeters or even half an inch really from the center bar here. I think this bar is pretty straightforward. Okay, let's go ahead and put this guy in. We'll make sure we put him in a way where probably have to come out from top like this first. Okay, let's go ahead and put this guy in like this. That way when he clams down, we'll have him clam down. Okay, he's not ready to clamp down yet, but there we go. Look at that. So you can get him pretty much good squeeze already. So that's a really good thing, because the rubber one didn't give us any kind of squeeze play. It's like, nah, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so let's see. We have to line him again. So I don't know. I mean, he might have to come a little bit further in. I don't remember him being in the edge like this to be free, to be honest with you. So more than likely, he's probably right here. That kind of confuses me a little bit, but I think I want to bring him to the edge as possible, and we'll work our way. See there, he's not all the way to the edge, and I don't remember him being so far to the edge like this, like right here, you know. But let's see, because this right now is too farthest to the edge where it needs to bend forward. Okay, so that's right there, right? So you can see there. I think this might work. Farthest to the edge, farthest to the edge, farthest to the left, somewhat farthest to the right. Yeah. So this is probably where it's going to be at. So, and then we can put the bolts from behind. Now it's going to be a challenge grabbing that bolt from behind too. So I think that's probably why they gave us the star thing, so it kind of locks that bolt from turning freely while we put the nut on there. That's the reason why. So let's bring that star back out and see if that's pretty much what it's really useful in the scenario or not. Where was that star pattern that we almost didn't want to think about using, really? Think about using the Norda-Lock one, but I don't think with the space that we have to work with, we might not have enough room for the Norda-Lock. Was it not in this bag with it? Nope. Alright, so we do want to put a washer too, by the way. And we want to put a lock nut as well. But in the meantime, before we have to decide now, because we have to actually start putting things on there. So let's go and put these nice chrome ones behind it, if we can. And then we're going to have to squeeze it in. Now we're going to, again, keep in mind we have to lock it in. And when we lock it in, we can't face it this direction no more. It's got to pretty much lock in. So let's go and do this. Let's see if we can ingenuity this. So we need to bring this forward, put this through, right? Bring this forward. I don't even know where the C-clamp is at. Oh yeah, C-clamp is opening. It's like right there. It's like right there. So it's good. It's good where it's at. I mean, we spent one day finding the right angle for it. Now we had to find out how to screw it on that angle. Okay, let's go and get the right socket. I believe they're all out here now. Let's go. Where's Mr. Allen there? Gotta find Mr. Allen. Do I put him back in his case? I might have. Trying to make sure he doesn't lose himself. 1/8 we need. No, he's still out and open, so he's somewhere around town. Did you roll, buddy? You gotta love it when you need something. It's nowhere to. Oh, maybe he fell in here, or maybe we had him in here, but I think we brought all the sockets here, didn't we? No, we just brought these guys only, huh? Alright, let's go on. Let's go search for Mr. 1/8. Come on. Really? God, I love my tools, huh? They love playing hide and seek with me. And I know I'm the only one that's inflicting it on myself. Maybe I put him in here back. He's an Allen socket, an S, a standard American one. God, this thing looks so much as it could be right here, you know. I just remember the days when it was right here. Come on, buddy. Where did you roll out to? Let me go from afar. See here. See the spray can. Put that one back. This is
superb. Only thing I think that he fell through the cracks. It's the only thing I could think of, because he's not. I should have just put him back in here and been, when I needed him, bring him back out. But no, I decided to make it harder on myself. The keys, we'll put this laying in here. Hopefully it doesn't scrape the brake handle. If you fall and you can't get up. Oh, look at that. We found some short ones here now. These guys would have worked. Oh, no, they're M8, so they wouldn't even work if we had it. But we put these guys in here as well, even though they're M8, just to have them in one spot. All right, come on. Come on, I'm looking all over the place for you. What I'll do is save you guys from having to watch me struggle. I'm going to pause until I find that guy. I'll be right back. That was quick. All I did was actually kind of put my hand in my pocket and lo and behold, I put it in a place where I can know I'm going to need him right away, and yet I hide it from myself. That's how it goes. All right, let's get the socket to drive him. We don't need the 10mm. We just need these two guys here. We will need a millimeter soon, or what was it, 13 actually this bolt takes. All right. Oh, it feels so good to put them in place. Okay, let's see if I can do it by hand. I doubt that I can drive it by hand right now. We need one more of these guys. I see them on the table, so I'll get them after we get one in at least. Okay, we can squeeze. Oh, that cushion sure did good. All right. Come on. Yeah, that cushion did really good. Okay, so what I'll do is this. I'll have to use a pair of muscle pliers to help me on this guy. Squeeze a little bit, just so I can put that thread in there. Let's see which one. This guy might not let go, that's a problem. But he might give us enough force to damp it in there. Now I don't want to put any damage on my chrome, so we'll put the cloth on top of that for sure on that one. Wish I had a little bit smaller clamp. Oh, you know what? My wish is my command. That guy. I think he might just do the trick. Maybe. There you go. Look at that. He squeezed just enough. And he's rubber, so he won't hurt our setup. There we go. Then we can concentrate, making sure that he doesn't come out, the chrome part. I think he's still in there good. Okay, look at that. Right there, look at that. Just got, oh yeah. Got a few thread, now he's ready to be driven. Alright, nice. Alright, now before he's driven, or let me just drive him a little bit and then I'm going to forcefully turn him. Going to turn him in. Righty tighty, buddy. No, come on. There we go. No, I don't think we need him anymore. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to go ahead and, that was a good pinch. Lay this back. Glad it glides. It should have been gliding the other way. So let me see here. I guess it's okay. You can see here how we smashed this guy a little bit. He came toward more the right-hand side, which I guess he's okay to be that way. But I really want him to be more, or maybe I'm wrong, he needs to be more there. I'm going to try to put him toward the cushion more anyway. There we go. I think this is where he's supposed to be. So I kind of moved him, which is good because the cushion was coming toward the right more anyway. So I think this is good. I think this is where we'll be at. So let's go and prepare. I don't think the bolt's gonna fall loose either. Now it's gonna be hard to hold the bolts in place because there's no way we can get his Allen socket in there. So we'll have to do some magic here. Maybe those teeth would actually work. I'm debating. How else will we bolt them on there, right, without holding this guy in somehow? I mean, unless we get some like rubber clamp or something really strong, we can hold it sort of, but not really. Okay, in the meantime, let's go and tighten this down as much as we can. Just kind of give it a snug more. He's just like, dude, hurry up. All right, I'm coming. See, there we go. This is the first time we're actually tightening this down. You can see that the lip are closing. And now when the lip is closing, it ain't moving nowhere. Careful not to strip it. Knowing me, always trying to get into a position. Oh, look at that. It's almost biting teeth off. That's the warning sign right there. You guys didn't see it, right? Almost. Okay, let me back out. See that? It's almost biting his teeth off. Come on, get out. Look at that. This guy's like, he's not playing around. He's almost creating his star pattern ready for me to strip him. Yeah, so we'll leave this guy alone. He's definitely not playing around. Look at that. Even with the tool set, I mean, it didn't do nothing to the tool, but these are just really weak. Really weak Allen hex or something, whatever they are. Okay, so, oh man. Look at that one. He's so tight in there, I can't get this guy all the way through. I guess in a good way, maybe. Maybe the thread, when I put the thread in there, when we bolt this, let's try it. Enough talking. Okay, let's try also look at the pattern, how this guy was assembled last time. We're probably going to do the same thing here, what he had to his side. So let's go and bring this out now. We're going to be utilizing this quite often. Okay, let's see what this one is. We're going to be utilizing the same method to him of what he has. I believe he has a lock washer. See that? He has a lock washer before the nut. The lock washer causes the gap on the nut. So we're not using the Nolan. So let's do that. Let's go and put the lock nut in there and the washer. So he's going to get a lock nut and he's going to get a washer. Find a lock nut this size for it. Yeah, this guy's broken here. That's why he's not locking. And I'm not going to entertain him anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and get a new one. It's causing us more trouble going back and forth on setting him up. I think this is the perfect, maybe too small, but this one will work. Let's find one more. Look, you got to find them in pairs. There's one more here, I see. Doesn't want to come off from his brothers and sisters. There we go. We just need one in each. So, like just like this guy here, see how he has, sort of. Well, we don't need the washer. We just need a lock nut. So we're gonna put lock nut here, and then we're not gonna put the washer. We're gonna put the nut. Then we're gonna put the washer in front. We might even have room for the washer. We'll see, or we might not. But let's go and drive it on. We're gonna need a 13 millimeter, and there we go. I like the lettering facing, so I put the lettering side in front of me. Just like to be able to read every bolts and nuts I put on this scooter. There we go. So lock wash. Come on, do not spin the other side. If it did, I am in trouble. Alright, so the idea with this one is we're going to hopefully, oh, look, it's forcing him already to tighten. It's forcing him to come in now. Before he didn't want to come in. So it's forcing him to, that way we don't have to mess with this guy anymore. Even though, damn, he's solid. He's not even lying and stuff. Oh, there it goes. See, I'm still be able to push forward. So yeah, we needed this gas tank to actually create that little lock backing, or else it would then, even with this little, what do you call that, the styrofoam, you know, window foam sealer, it still would have not created enough tension. So that was good. Let's go ahead and get the 13, or was it 13? I believe it was 13. 13 millimeter socket to drive it in. This is 11. Maybe it's 11. I might be wrong. Knowing the fact that these things are like hex. So it's 13. It's bigger than this guy. Probably bigger than 12. Or it could be wrong again. It might be 12 or 13. So this guy is 3 and 8. It might be 3 and 8. Who knows? But 3 and 8 is smaller than 11, I think. This is 12. We'll bring the 12 just in case I'm wrong. Which 50-50 is. 916. Doubt it. This might be your, well, 916 again. 10, really? No. 11. Come on, where's 13? I saw 13 all day long. Yesterday. I'm always trying to give 12 a shot since he's already here, right? Let's give him a shot. Undistracted. So we're going to try to take our 12. And we're going to see if that guy fits. Nope. I knew it. He was 13. He has always been 13. His lucky number. Stupid foam. Wasn't that stupid, but just really didn't. Well, you know what? If it didn't flex for us, then we have another thing to complain about. It could be 916. It's so freaking big looking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Definitely not 916, so it's 13. We just gotta find it. It probably, if anything, fell in the cracks. When I say that, I literally mean that. It fell right in here, probably. A bunch of sockets fell in here. Let's see what this one is. 13. There we go. So, fell in the cracks. Put all these guys back. There it is. 13 is still freaking a little loose, though. Really? What is it? This probably takes some... Well, I can tighten it, though. This probably takes something. And when I'm tightening, let's see if this thing drives forward as I'm tightening, okay? Let me put the socket for him. We don't need the extension. Okay, so you guys will see right now if it tightens with 13. What am I doing? Okay, so here we go. This is 13. You're going to come from the side. And you can see as I'm tightening it, did it pull the bolt in. Right now, see it still has some, almost like a micro-millimeter. Okay, wait, this is lefty-loosey. Okay, this is righty-tighty now. I'm not tightening yet, so wait. Get in position. I think that little turn there just pulled some in already. Not yet. Okay, you can follow the top one. There you go. See that? Nice. He just popped in and started tightening. I love it. We didn't have to worry about it. I was worried about how to hold him from the other side, right? So no need anymore. I don't think he's spinning. He better not. Oh shit, that thing is tight. Now knowing me, I like to get this flush evenly. So let's do that. It's kind of crooked a little bit. It's kind of like this. I want it to be like this. His little flat head, little top, kind of like a Tom Cruise flat cut. Okay. Let's go ahead and straighten him up. Oh man, the battery's getting low again probably. Yep, 5%. Probably gonna die on me, guys. Sorry. I didn't, you know what? I didn't turn on my bank again. It comes on and off because I keep on moving it. So the magnet is a trade-off. It doesn't yank the cord, breaking it. But then again, it forgets to sometime reconnect it properly when it's back to latch. Or maybe I forget. Maybe I'll just have to make a note of that. Make sure you push the power bank when every time. And usually it automatically texts, but I guess too many times on and off, it might say, okay, do you want it on or do you want it off? There we go. I think it's straight. Just gotta flex this. Actually, a little bit more. There we go. So this cushion here helps a little bit, but we're not really banking on it. I mean, I'm sure with moisture and everything over time, that cushion part is probably going to wear out on us. So you can see here it has double reinforcement. It's got that little small Allen, and it also has our big bolt there too. So that's how it actually ties in its angle in the P shape. But this is good though, it's not going to cause damage to the bar. You can see there, it's not going anywhere. It's really nice. We'll do the same thing for this guy. And we're ready to put back our covers and cross-examine everything. We're going to bolt it like we were actually physically just going to install it like that, as it is, without the open cover first. And I'm thinking about it. Where it's going to work is I'd rather enjoy my scooter, but then again, we probably had nothing else better to do before we could get the handle set up anyway, and in the brake lever, so we might as well just take our time. I know, making the video longer than it really should, but I think it's necessary to get a proper fit. There we go. So let me go and change this back out to our Allen. Use our little clamp again. Hopefully this last bolt is going to be just as kind to us as this guy here. But if it doesn't, then oh well, at least we know what's possible, right? For one. Alright, so here we go. We'll clamp this guy. Get him in angle. Oh, aha. It's a pretty strong clamp. I'm really happy with this guy. Very strong. So strong it can inject out. Only because he's a round. He's like, dude, I'm round. Okay, so he's in there now. Let's go and get his little throt here. We'll have to rearrange him as soon as we turn him around. So he's not going to be inclined like this or nothing like that. But the idea is just to get this guy, Allen, in there. I think this is the right one. I mean, there's no other one that will fit him. I don't think so, because any other ones will be bigger. They just didn't make a good quality one, surprisingly. There he'll go in. See that right there? Alright. We don't need him anymore. We only need him for that. Well, you know what? Keep him on there. Give him a little bit more extra support while we try to fit this in there. Maybe that's what causes the strip. Mama, you going to school now? Yeah. Where are you going then with the backpack? She's not going to school, but she has a backpack on. Okay, so here we go. There it goes, just correcting itself. Kind of like to see it in action, right? Okay, we're not going to fully tighten it yet, I guess, until we actually slant it downward. See, this is okay for us to slant down and tighten it. That's the problem there. So, alright, the clamp did his job. Oh, actually, he did a really good job. He kept this guy in as much as possible when he clamped down. Because normally this guy usually moves outward. Okay, so you can see how I can... Oh! You can see here how I can actually... There we go. See, I can turn him around. Now, the thing about him, see, if he doesn't go all the way like this, he's going to be coming up like this, where a little bit part of him is still sticking in here. Which probably has no choice because this guy doesn't look like he's going to flex out a little bit more. But I try to move it as much as I can here. Alright, so let's do this. Should we get the C-clamp on this one? Let's go and do that. Because we might as well, because if we don't, then that bolt might back out when we tighten our Allen, right? So here we go. I'm not sure we have room for another washer, so we might have to put this guy straight in there like this. But his other side here. So far it's looking pretty good. Just take our time, you know. Step by step, we'll get it. I'm waiting for a food order. I really want to go. I'm trying to take my own food order. So that'd be nice. Just go grab my own lunch as well. But not, then we'll keep working on our scooter. Either way, we're pretty pleased with the results. So I'm just going to tighten this by hand. There we go. Hopefully it's not spinning this guy. Please don't spin. I need you to crush the wall. Oh yeah, look at that. This thing actually does really well, that crush washer. The reason why, I mean, the lock washer, what reason why was the force is like an impact with a force, like pounding on it before it, like, you know, boom, 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 boom. So that lock washer actually is one that actually, you know, allow us to actually tighten it without it creating a problem for us. So we're using gravity and force on his own. So we're going to go ahead and push him backwards. Gonna let him lay flush. See, this guy needs to lay flush too. So we pushed him backward. Now these guys are gonna be almost all set. Gonna tighten this down now. Want to make sure the cushion is not bad. it's coming out this way more, which is fine because this one's coming out this way more. This one almost really came out. Look at that. A little bit of cushion there. It's okay. Most of the majority of the cushion, 99% or 95%, I should say, it's on there anyway. Okay, now this is right here. I'm going to don't tighten it until I start seeing it slip off. Then I'm going to let it go. Alright, this is good. I'm not going to force itself. This is really good. See there? I can't even pull it out. It looks like it's about this guy just really, he was giving up on us. Alright, now we can tighten this some more. Let's see if I can do it by hand. Yeah, see, I can do it a little bit by hand, but now it's fully tightened already. So now I have to take a tool. Not fully tightened. I need to take a tool and actually torque it down. And I'm going to try to get flush flathead like this all across, just because I want it to. Okay, so I'm probably going to go for one more round and try to get flush flathead. That's it. Not yet. Almost. This is actually perfect. This one's maybe need to back out a little bit to the left. But you know what? It might just be crooked, so. And this might be just crooked either. So that's fine. I think that's fine the way it is. Both of these are fine. Don't want to pre-loose. Oh, I should put Loctite. But you know what? There's no need to. I don't think so, because it's going to be really interlocking itself. I should have, but that's probably too late now. Because this guy doesn't really want me to mess with him anymore. Now this one here has a lock washer, so that'll be our Loctite to sort of vibrate a little bit, you could say. Probably not a good idea to put Loctite, just in case, you know, we gotta see what's going on first. So we're good there. Because we might, who knows, we might have to take it out and move it in more. But I think for the most part, I think no amount of vibration is really gonna interconnect or you know, this kind much. But who knows? We'll be surprised. So let's go ahead and now, before we're gonna put this on, we gotta actually shape this up. So we're gonna put this over the bike, and then after that, I'm gonna put it over the bike for now. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go ahead and get some lunch. And then we'll come back and we'll adjust this accordingly and figure out how we're going to manipulate and try to get a pattern from here. It's like a triangle, really, but we need to know where the triangle also against the side, so we can give a reference to where the triangle needs to be tilted. So even we got a triangle here, I was thinking of getting some piece of wire and running it through here. Oh, before I do that, let's put those little round garments in there before I forget, because last time I forgot and we started installing it, I'm like, oh, I should put the garments in there, because that will help you reference a little bit where the drill hole is. Speaking of drill hole, let's see also of those garments here. Well, see, this is the size of garment we're using. Let's see if I can find those garments. Where are you? Did I put them in the bolt bag? If I put them in the bolt bag, they should be. Yeah, where's the bolt bags? If I can find the bolt bags, I could probably find where the garments should have been. Let's see here. I might put it in here, right? Knowing me. Got everything all in one place. So good that I even hide it from myself. Nope, these are all the bushings. These are all the wiring. This is all for that. No, these are just all. Let's go and find the. Okay, let's see here. These are home ones that we just replaced. This is a tool. We gotta inspect this guy here, see how we're gonna utilize him or not. We might even not have to. Well, we might use that drill bit from this guy, Cobalt, because it seems like it has a big enough size here for us to do it. So we might not have to use this guy. We'll see. We'll see. We'll do a thorough analyzing. Here we go. Almost there, I guess. Now this is the Home Depot. We got the garments from Lowe's, so it has to be in the Lowe's bag. It's gotta be in here. If anything. There you go. Well, it's all out of the bag. But these are the garments here. This is the size of garment we need to actually fit in there. 13 by 16, half an inch inner diameter. There it is. These are the garments here. But I have one already set aside, so I just gotta go and find it. Knowing me, huh? No, man. The other garments are a little bit smaller, because these guys will work too, but they're looser compared to the other ones. The other ones are even more tighter. I thought I might see that's right here. The garment goes in like this right here. But I have it in my pocket maybe. See there? Fits perfect, right? A little bit, you know, a little bit slack. The other one actually is a more tighter fit. So these guys, you know, they'll do the trick, but I want it to be even tighter. I want it to be snugged in there. I'm not sure if we can even get that accuracy, but we're gonna aim for it. See that? They'll stay and they'll fit. You know, there's not much, and there's still a little bit of free play. But let's go and see if we can find these other ones. Gosh, oh look, they're right here, dummy. Right here, it's poking in my face. All right, these ones here we're gonna put back in the bag. Okay, watch, you'll see the difference, what I'm talking about. These are actually the one inner diameter. They almost look the same, you can't even tell. But I guess maybe the weird thing about it, they're just slightly a little tighter. Okay, this is the one from the bag. You can tell too by the fitment. And this is the one that we try to put on there. There you go. See that? You can see this one's a little bit bigger, and we might need it bigger, who knows. So we're gonna keep them both. This one here, look at the thickness of it. And look at the thick. So this one's thicker, but even though it's smaller. This one's thinner, even though it's wider or bigger diameter. So I kind of like to use the thick one. Who knows what our application calls for, because our plastic here, let's check it out. We haven't even did this yet. You can see here internally, this plastic, assuming that the, well, you can't tell, right? Until you see a chop part. There you go, there's a chop part. This is how thick that plastic is. Assuming, right? So when we get the garment in there, this garment here should lay sort of garment like this. See, it should lay like right there. See how it kind of bulge a little bit? That's gonna be how thickness the whole plastic is, like this, right? So let's try this guy out. Even though he's much more thinner, let's see if he's more flexible. See, so the garment will lay inside these guys once we drill the proper hole, of course. See, this guy is a little bit more flexible. He might be really what we need. He's more squishy. He's not so hard. This guy might be better. This one's a little bit more too stiff, and he might create a problem when we actually don't drill it well. But he's more thicker though. I don't know, but all I know is I like the way this one feels. The thicker one, not the bigger diameter one. Because you can see here, this one. See how same tubing. Watch, I'll show you. See how it goes loose. I'll put this guy on there. That way you can see in the same tube how effective him is. This is the tighter one. See that? There's no free play with him. See that? He can pick up your unit. He won't. See this guy? I'll do it this way so you guys can really see the example of me not squishing it. See this guy? You can glide him. You can glide him up and down. This guy, there's no gliding up and down. He's pretty much stiff there as he is. So, that's what I'm debating here. Should we go with the tougher one? I mean, the tighter fit. I think we should go with the tighter fit. And if we're wrong, we'll swap it back. How about that? It's not a big deal to swap it back. But let's go and put these tighter fit garments back in there. We got one here. Get one more in the bag. You can tell which garment you use. You don't even have to eyeball and look at it. This one's the tighter fit. There we go. I'm not sure which one's a pretty side or ugly side. Maybe this one's the better side. Ah! This one might be prettier side, I guess. Facing it downward, right? Didn't realize I had prettier side and ugly side, so this looks like it's not properly fully cut. This one looks like it's proper cut, but it has a little might be a paint or molded into the plastic. So we'll use this side here. Put the unfinished raw one. Alright, we'll put this thing right here. Squeeze in the middle. That's where it's probably going to be at anyway. Somewhere between. Alright, so we'll put this guy back away. We'll say this is a backup. We don't know yet. And we're going to try to fit that in there. And then we are almost ready for lunch sometime soon. So here we go. Where is that? Close back. There we go. Put this guy back in here. Should tape him up so he doesn't fall back out loose again from this whole setup here. Clear tape laying around, I would have just taped them back, but don't have any clear tape. Do have the orange tape. Oh, just use clear tape better. Okay, so let's go and put this back in here where it loses itself. All right, let's do this. Battery's at 7%, and I think I have to push the charger again because every time it falls off to lose the magnet, it thinks like you're not making up your mind wanting to charge or not, so it goes into sleep mode, the battery bank. That's versus it ripping the cord at the end connection from all the weight, which again I have it hooked onto the tripod, so it's not that big a problem. I think it's charging now again. Oh, the blue light's not on. Blue light's not, either the USB fell loose or something. Let me blue light's not on, so it doesn't mean it's charging yet. Or maybe the battery bank is out. Oh man, it's out of the charge already. I have another backup one, so it's not a big deal. I'll just pop that one in. I'll pop that one in shortly, but let's go ahead and fiddle while this guy is leaning flush against the tank as possible, which is nice. We got him the way we want him to. So now it's time to go ahead and get this guy on there. Now we put already these little machine screws in there, and let's look at this guy here. We kind of see how it's kind of smooth, so we shouldn't have any problem there. Let me take this off, put him in a box so it doesn't get broken easily. Put him away. Gotta be really careful with my stuff. So when this actually dies out, I'll go and swap out the battery bank, so it might cut the video a little bit awkwardly, but that's okay. Now we're gonna see, make sure there's nothing preventing it from. Let me just slide this out. I feel like I'm on a surfboard. Oh, so good. Get your knees on this guy versus on the front one. Okay, we want to make sure there's nothing here like wires or anything in the way. These guys have no problem either. There's only two of them, 1, 2, and then the third one here, and this one goes in with the machine screw. So you can see a straight shot right when there's nothing blocking it. That's what we'd like to see happen. Okay, let's look at the other side. This guy right here, not sure this is the one that created the problem. We can bring him upward if needed. I think we kind of tied him loosely anyway. So we'll tilt him this way like this. He's no longer on the ground. For whatever reason, he was kneeling there. So this guy should be fine. See, the brake can be pushed in. So it's not the brake that's causing it to be in the way. The ground wire here should be fine too. It's kind of can be pushed inward. Okay. Okay, final inspection shows it's pretty damn clean. Oh, look at that, what we drilled. Look. Holy smoke. Let's get our shop back and clean it, really. Can't stand dirt. I'll have to put him through the other end probably. Which we can. Feed him from underneath. Don't want to turn him on yet because he'll probably suck everything in sight. Oh man. It's going to be harder now. maybe. There's much, oh, this looks like a bigger hole area. Put it through here. Nothing wrong with going through here. Probably turn them on now. Let's go and try to turn them on now and fill them in. There we go. Rock and roll. Over here. That flex in. There we go. Kind of ride on it. To the other side as well. Pretty good vacuum. Alright. There we go. Now it's clean. Alright, so it's clean now. Okay, so here we go. We're ready to go and fit this guy in there. Do we need to take a battery? No, I don't think we did have to do last time either. Want to make sure everything here is ready to go. Why do I always find something to do before I really do what I need to do? Okay, so we're going to lift him up. And we're going to go and force feed him. We're going to get this guy back here. He's been scraping my muffler the whole time. You can see here what we did for him was we tie strapped his little thing here so he couldn't force himself. Oh, by the way, we have to get this guy preset in here. The left signal went through here. The tail light signal, which you can check it out now. I cleaned it a little bit. See that little glass body belt thing? How actually kept his position there. Don't want to say it too soon. I'm happy. You know, was able to utilize some new stuff there. Might have been available a while back, but I just figured out about it. So there we go. Put this back through here. Now let's make sure they're not cross. No, they really can't be, because if you look at it, it's only 3 main wires, so we can't really cross them, which is a good thing for us. But let's just double check. All right, so they're gonna go cleanly underneath. They're gonna go in sync, sort of. This guy should not be forced to hang like this. He's actually being hung by this guy. So let's go and get that towel underneath that muffler for a second before we actually latch this guy. Because we can't latch him yet until we put the other one behind him. So he's going to be behind the scenes kind of setup. Now we're going to do this like we're going to install everything as they are. We're not worrying about the top cover. We'll redo it if we have to. But we're not going to put any... We're not going to put any blue Loctite or anything like that. Well, there's no need to. These are plastic screws. We already got one screw in here, which we were prepared. And this one right here, I don't think it has a bottom end, does it? I'm almost thinking if there's something that feeds underneath there that makes it bolt in more or more secure. Because it's just a little plastic, you know what I mean? Okay, so I guess my power is almost dying, guys. So I'm going to do the best I can here with what little time I have left before I get the battery pack on there. It's not like I'm going anywhere forever. So let's go and get started. I'm going to set this in a position here you guys can see. Hopefully I can take it out and swap the battery too. So let me try to get this ready to go for the new battery pack. There we go. So everything should be pretty good. Can't wait to put this sucker on there and go grab some lunch. I don't know what I'm going to get. Maybe Jack in the Box again. Just kind of loved that stuff for a while, and I came back to it again after my shrimp come around. Okay, there we go. I'm lifting the plastic like a surfboard, coming around. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna see if there's something that kind of maybe fit back in there. Let me put the plastic over this just slightly, hang it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try to see. Remember that little one piece of brace that we had that we couldn't figure out where it went? You think it might have been a possibility that one would have been the back brace for this one? Remember this guy right here? You think it might be a possibility for that one over there? See this one right here? I don't know. I really don't.
You think it might be something we're slipping here? Let's check it out. Come with me. I don't know. It doesn't seem logical yet. I mean, I can slip it in there somewhat forcefully, but you can see this bolt hole and this bolt hole, they're way different. This looked like just a plastic screw bolt hole. I mean, if anything, if you really want more reinforcement, or actually, does it go all the way through? Oh, it hit something. So we want to make sure we put the right screw in there, because it looks like, I don't think there's another thread in there, but I can get my light on it. Let me get the light. Little push light there, where are you? Let's get a little push light there. Looks like a Bugatti frame from behind, the old retro kind. Let's see. Let's see anything. Let me see if I can see it with the naked eye. No, I even can't see it with the naked eye. Yeah, it just looks like it deads in. It deads into the pipe. We covered it black already, so it's this black part right here that I'm seeing. Yes, I'm not seeing anything that you guys aren't seeing either, even with the light shining through it. See, it's just a metal frame here that's painted black. So yeah, this probably wouldn't be the bracket. This is something else. We'll figure it out. Not a big deal, because we're almost closing it up anyway. The mechanism of the door, everything seemed to work fine. Oh, before I just throw that anywhere, just throw it back somewhere here where we know. Okay, let's go and fit this in there. We got screwed in. I don't think we need a washer. We did get a washer. We'll put a chrome one. We won't put a black one there. Maybe we'll put a black one, see how it looks, right? So the idea is to get this nose in first. So here we go. Holding it by his sides. Get the nose in first, I guess. Oh, I can't get him in first because I gotta get all these little struts in there. Forgot about that. And he slides in with the nose. There we go. Okay, we'll get one side first. We can get this, the one with the camera facing. There we go. I can see it from here. It's all in, supposedly. It looks like they're all in. There we go. I think it's all in. Even this guy here. Okay, so let's go back to the other side. So they're not hard to do. Oh, see that? The nose didn't go in. So we gotta get this guy back out, because he's putting force on the nose here not to go in. We don't have to get him back out. We just got to level this in there. Oh, this guy's not in there. Now, see, they're gonna flick. So let's go and get to the other side. Whoa! Hopefully I'm not smashing anything that's important. I know this chair is my tripod, but don't want to do it at the expense of all my other stuff here. Okay, not bad. I have for 5 minutes of recording left. I think it's down, or well, not 5 minutes, 5% battery, still recording. There's no power bank attached to it. Okay, so gotta get these guys lined, and they are not even close to being inside yet. So yeah, these guys are not even close to being inside yet. They will be with the help of the right hand here. There we go. Oh, this guy's all the way out. He's not even at all in there. Yeah. These are fun, aren't they? You guys probably can't see it from here anyway, so let me take this off the chair. That way one less chair out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that at a low angle so you can see where I'm at. See that? That guy wasn't even in there. So I had to pop it back out. See if I can set the tripod here. Give you guys a little bit more full view angle, full back scenario. But you also need to see the top, because the top needs to also get in as well. So let's see what we can do here. I like it when I bend the legs apart, and there's one of them that doesn't have a rubber because I can't find the other part of it. We took it out just to have it out because it kept on falling out. Now we super glued the other two
it would work just fine. But we kind of lost that one, so I'm sure it'll come up when we don't need it. It always does. Okay, there you go. You guys can see it now. So focus on that. Okay, so I need some system from the side there. See, I'm kind of a little bit out of breath now. I think it's all about my back now. There we go. Got one. Got this. Perfect. Now these guys here. This is the trick here. Okay. I can move it forward more. Let's move forward. Making sure nothing's protruding here before I force it forward. I don't think so. So I hope that that little bolt there didn't do us a number. He shouldn't. All right. There we go. I almost see it where I can sort of maybe bolt this down. Okay. Little screw rivets almost kind of come off, but this guy, we can fix it back. Or can we? Oh man, it's kind of offset now. So what I'm gonna do is try to get this guy in here. Again, it's all about my back here doing this. Oh boy. It's a little bit more strength there to push that flange. This one's fine. He's sitting there pretty. So yeah, they're all going in, but it's not flush forward yet. It's not bad actually. Look at it. See there? It's pretty. Now see this guy here? You can see his bolt line right there, right? So we could probably put a screw in him now. And he's probably going to take one that doesn't go over. He probably take one that doesn't have a big flange, almost like these guys here, really. Maybe. So let's go and find a screw for him and kind of, you know, get him locked in. Do this. And we can probably find a screw for this guy too, but I probably want to put him last. All right. So he doesn't need something like this. This is way too big. He won't get into his head won't get into the groove. If you know what I mean. See, his head's too big. I could put it this way, I can now show you. So he won't even get into it. So we need something thinner. We can even go with the green screws here. These green screws will work just fine. We did put a new one in there, so it's fine. So these green screws will work just fine. Okay, so we can drive it in with the green screws. And it's my there we go. Found him back. The blue one. He was long gone for a little bit. Okay, we're using the deeper end. You start feeling it tightening. In fact, you can see it. Let me raise this up here. Wow, you can barely see it over there. As I'm tightening it, you'll see it. Poke his little head out. There you go. You can see him poking his little head out. Oh man, it's not good resolution there. Try and get into that. Oh yeah, can't see it. God, I'm trying to help it focus, but it's not really aiming right. Yeah, that's not what.
Bank with my 1500 milliamp hour one, so you can see is a little thinner one. But it'll work. It'll do the trick. I have 1%, so hopefully it allows me to record and charge at the same time. I did this one. I got the clip back into flush, but not in the center hold yet. So what I did was I took a pair of pliers, and I just kind of reached over in there like this, and just kind of yanked it a little bit to give me a little bit more thumb muscle there. Now it's in there. I might want to push it toward the right more, really. So let me see if I can swing it to the right a little bit. But it's actually here where the center hold is anyway. So there you go. Now I'm not gonna be able to see it flush yet. You can see here it's not bad at all actually. This one's actually fully almost in there.
So I knew that by taking it out and reinserting it back, we can really do a final check to see what's really holding it back, if anything from behind or what. But we don't have this screwed in yet. You can see here. Now, if we force this too much in, you can see here it leaves a gap wedge here because the tail light's being forced back. But that's the case. What that means, that tells us is we need to probably pull this one in more, so that it needs to go down more, so this little grease here can close. Because what's holding this whole tail light assembly backward is this brace here, this little metal brace, which we can bend it to our will. So in fact, here, let me try to bend it to my will right now. Yeah, it's not going to be bendable easily, but he's sort of bendable to a point. So we'll probably have to maybe get something like I don't know why I use a crowbar yet, but we need to probably bend him inward a little bit somehow, kind of flex him downward. So he can actually bend a little bit, or else he's going to leave that open little crease mark right there. It's not something we want to see. This one's closed. So that means he's forcing himself in. But anyway, we can tie this one tight down. Yeah, it's unfortunate I couldn't save this guy. Would have been a nice silver one all the way around, but it's okay. Shows a little bit green. Unfortunately, it looks like a peel off stain. All right. There we go, look. Somewhat. Look like I'm getting a little bit of his front. I'm not getting him. But you know what's funny though? Look, it's closed up. It literally closed entirely. I don't even know what we did. I guess we kind of jerked on this guy just slightly a little bit. And then I guess magic came from this end. So if that's the case, this should show a little bit more flushing noise. I mean flushing. Oh, I might see the hole. Okay, so let's go and put that little bolt in there and see if we can drive it in there. I have to put it in first by hand, so I can feel if there's gripping it or not. You can see here I'm kind of angling it this way. You could do that because you're trying to really reach for that teeth mark of it. I'm going to see if I can tighten it little by little. There's some piece of plastic left over from somewhere. Oh, it's actually carving itself a plastic. All right, let's make sure the teeth is coming out because it's already halfway in there. Oh, there we go. See, look at that. It's not really coming out of the areas we want him to. Okay, let's see if we can turn it some more. Maybe he'll help correct this guy. No, it's not. He's just forcing himself backward. So let's back him out. See, I can see his teeth there. His teeth is there. We go. See that? Now let's see if we can force him back in. He's going to the first big hole, which is a good sign for us. But he needs to, I think what I have to do is put more support in the back end, so I'll probably need 2 hands to do this. Hopefully you guys can see him driven in. So I'll put my camera inside here. Hopefully you guys can see him being driven in. This is a pretty good lighting. Okay, focus on him right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is support him. He does look like he's coming in. There we go. He's coming in. I need him to grip that metal. There we go. I'm helping him. I'm putting pressure on the metal plate here. There we go. That's what I want. There you go. See, he's coming in. This is excellent. Now let's see how far this guy can go. Don't want to dig to the point where I don't have any extra saying here, but let me check out the other end too, because look at the thread here. You know, I can't tell if it's supposed to go in a little bit more or less. So let's see how the other guy looks on the other end. Got a little comparison here, because plastic, you don't know your own strength. You can dig right through it. So it looks like they can go in a little bit more. You remember how tall he was? He wasn't that much thread either, so he looked like he has 50-50 of his, or maybe even 95% of his body in there. So this might be good enough. Just give it a right turn. There we go. I think this should be fair. We got most of his body in there. This guy has most of his body in there. So I think they're good. They are good. Now I might want to do a little bit more because I might want to level it up a little bit better for myself. This is where I want the cross to be. Sort of slanted, I know. But I kind of leveled where the slanted here is. I try to match the slanted groove. See that? So there's a slanted groove there. So I try to measure it. But man, look at this one. It is sealed in there. It looked like it blended in. So no more of that open crease. Thank goodness for that. And let's see how this guy did here. So he's good. I think he's fine. Did this guy get a little bit more? I'm counting 1, 2, 3. I'm counting this guy 1, 2. Maybe you can go a little bit, few more turns. There we go. That should be good enough. Let's level him up. Yeah, he's fine. Awesome. So they're there. We might even put this guy here for support as well. I can see his holes should be aligned. So he's probably using the fatty one. I believe he's the fatty one. If anything, right? He would be this guy here. Yeah, let's see. And we might not need to put a washer on him, or should we? It's kind of look kind of funky with a washer or without a washer. So probably without a washer would be better. That way he can just lay on the plastic. Laying pretty on the plastic. He's going in pretty easy. No force there. I think he's, oh, you know what? You remember again, it's going to hit the bar, right? So it can't go too deep. And we cannot make it go too deep. So we won't force it to spin freely, okay? So once you guys get it, you remember this last time, this scenario, right? We have to actually pre-drill him to get it to screw right into the metal itself. So we don't want to do the same thing with this one. We could, if worse than the worst, but we don't want it. So I'm just going to line up his little cross pattern now. I think this is pretty straight. No? I think there you go. Straight up and down now, like this way and that way. Yeah, I'm just like that. Okay, cool. So we got that one there. It looks, I'm happy. This is it. It's flush. You know what I mean? It's definitely flush. It's not going. Now this one here I didn't think about, but yeah, this would probably be a concern. Let's see what happens though. Because we need to push this a little bit more inner. I mean, we'll take the bar. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll figure it out. We'll take a bar. I don't want to damage my gas tank. I don't know how it even pull itself outward, though. Only thing I could think of, you know? So this needs to go down a little bit more. It needs to slant down. Because it's rising too high. I mean, we have bars here, you know what I mean? These things get, I mean, this thing will give us leverage. So we put the bar in between. Like I said, like for instance, like right here. We might be able to, but without scraping our, let's see if I can do it. Okay, but before I do that, let me get a clean towel. Or a rag or something. Because I want to put pressure here. You will use a glove. We'll give it a high five. We'll give it a glove. We'll shove a glove in between. That way it doesn't scrape our paint. Metal on metal scrapes pretty damn easy. There we go. We'll put that in there. See me go through it. I'm trying to go through it. See, I'm going underneath the first level here. Hold it. What I'm going to use is this bar frame here. This right here. He will be our pivot point. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, I'm centering this. Oh man, maybe I have to squeeze it a little bit more than I think. See, watch, when I squeeze it. Well, supposedly it was supposed to right down a little bit, but maybe I have to do it and have it self-adjust. All right, so that's fine. We'll just have to figure this out as we go. So, or maybe it just needs to be forced down with a little bit more tightness to it too. So it might not be. I don't think we actually moved it, so I don't know how it could have got so tight on its own. Well, anyway, let's go and put the light bulbs and make sure they're not crisscross. So I'm very pleased and happy that this guy was flush now. Looks really cool. Maybe I should have put a little washer there. No, it looks so naked without it. Let's put a little washer. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Maybe we can dress it up, put a little black washer. Let's see how it looks with a black washer, and let's see how it looks with a chrome washer. All right, let's check this out. Get our fillets back. I'm glad it's still recording. All right, I'm gonna need to fish this guy out. Yep. This breaker bar did not do too bad. It didn't break anything for us, so that's a good thing.
Okay, backing out you go, buddy.
Okay, it's gonna let me record for another minute and a half before it dies out. I just want to give you guys unfortunate news. Check this out. It's not a big deal, but we'll just have to order a new wiring harness. Look at that. Not only just broke off, it took the wire with it because I guess it kind of penetrated on there. So sadly enough, we're gonna have to order a new tail light. I'm not sure. Maybe it'll still work without this wire. Let's see what this wire does. It might be the 2-pulse wire, so our brake light might still work. If anything, we can get from the Givi light, so we still tune the scooter. Look at that. It still works. Now, however, when we hit the brake lever, let me see what it does. When we hit the brake lever, see what. I'll be darned if that brake lever. Here, let me put the brake lever in here. This will. The only way I can squeeze it. Let's see. Yeah, see, that doesn't give it a plug, but this one does, so we have some sort of backup. So yeah, it's not going to give us that 2-pulse bit, but at least the brake lever works. I mean, the brake works, the running brake lights. So it's better than no light, right? But we'll get the replace harness on this one. So yeah, definitely going to figure that one out. Oh man, it's 12.8 now. I just don't want to hit to the 12.7 volts remaining. So yeah. So unfortunately that came off. Everything we've got bolted on. Not sure if I showed you last, but these guys are tightened already down. So they're good to go. Everything's all set. Mike from NCY store, you'll see. Okay, we found out that the bolt wasn't supposed to go this way. It's supposed to go this way. It's going to treat out. But also but the foam cushion also was breaking out. So we're going to go back to electrical tape, unfortunately. So that's